My wife, Sophia, walked through the front door after her date with her lover, smiling as if nothing were amiss. But I met her with ice in my voice. "You've got 10 minutes to sign the divorce papers and leave my house." What she didn't see coming was the arrival of her lover's wife, setting the stage for a reckoning that would make her wish she'd never betrayed me. When I first met Sophia, I was convinced we had something real. She was stunning, sharp, and ambitious, everything I was searching for in a life partner. We complemented each other effortlessly. We both held demanding careers. She was a financial consultant, and I managed operations and luxury hospitality. Our jobs kept us busy, but we respected each other's hustle. Or at least, I believe we did. It started subtly. Sophia, who once never missed dinner with me, began staying late at work more and more. I talked myself out of overthinking it. Our industries were intense, long hours came with the territory. I trusted her. Then one evening, while we were on the couch watching TV, her phone buzzed. She snatched it up quickly, gave a nervous laugh, then silenced it and placed it face down. "Who was that?" I asked, keeping my tone light. "Just a client," she replied without meeting my eyes. "He's been a little needy lately." Her explanation might have made sense, but the way her shoulders tensed and how tightly she clutched the phone told a different story. That night, unease crept in, and it stayed. Over the following weeks, more signs surfaced. Her late nights followed a familiar pattern. Missed calls. Unread texts. All brushed off as work crises. But her warmth faded, replaced by a growing emotional distance. I couldn't ignore it anymore. I had to know the truth. One Friday evening, after she left for another supposed client meeting, I checked her laptop. She hadn't logged out of her email. And what I discovered turned my stomach. There were dozens of messages between her and a man named Adrian, not just flirtatious, but explicit. They detailed rendezvous at high-end restaurants and boutique hotels. Adrian wasn't a stranger. He was married. Worse yet, I had met his wife at one of Sophia's work functions. Suddenly, all those stolen glances and the way they laughed just a little too hard made sense. I still wasn't ready to confront her, not yet. I needed more. Over the next month, I hired a private investigator to follow Sophia. What he uncovered left no doubt. Sophia and Adrian were having a full-blown affair. But there was another revelation. Adrian's wife, Amal, was completely in the dark. The irony was brutal. Adrian, who shamelessly chased after my wife, had no idea his own life was about to implode. I reached out to Amal anonymously, sending her a package of everything I had gathered, along with a simple note: "You deserve the truth. Call me if you'd like to talk." A few days later, my phone rang. It was Amal. She was heartbroken but not broken. We met for coffee in a quiet cafe and laid it all out: her husband's betrayal, my wife's lies, and the emotional wreckage left behind. "I want to confront him," she said, her voice steady even as tears shimmered in her eyes. "But I want to make it unforgettable." Her resolve lit a fire in me. "What if we do it together?" I suggested. "They think they've gotten away with this. Let's prove them wrong." For the first time that evening, Amal smiled. "I like the way you think." We spent weeks carefully orchestrating the perfect confrontation. We chose a Saturday night. Sophia had told me she'd be working late again. But I knew exactly where she'd be, dining with Adrian at a swanky downtown restaurant. Amal and I arrived early, settling into a discreet corner with a clear view. Sure enough, they arrived hand in hand, laughing like they hadn't a care in the world. My blood boiled, but I held it together. Timing was everything. As their meals were served, Amal and I made our move. We strode directly to their table. The shock on their faces was everything I'd hoped for. "Sophia," I said flatly, You forgot to mention you'd be dining with Adrian tonight. And Adrian, Amal added with venom in her voice. Busy night, isn't it? The entire restaurant fell silent. The tension was suffocating. Sophia's face flushed as she stuttered, Jacob, I can explain. You'll have plenty of time to do that, I cut in, placing a folder on the table. These are the divorce papers. You've got 10 minutes to sign them, pack your bags, and get out of my house. Divorce, she echoed like it was a foreign concept. You're overreacting. No, Sophia, I said calmly. What's ridiculous is thinking I wouldn't find out. That you'd throw away everything we had for this. Adrian made a move to stand, but Amal put a firm hand on his arm and pushed him back into his seat. You're not going anywhere, Adrian, she said. We're just getting started. She pulled out her own folder, thick with evidence. Your board will be receiving this Monday morning, she said coolly. Let's see how they feel about their CFO using company funds to wine and dine his mistress. Adrian's face turned ghostly pale. You wouldn't. Oh, I would, Amal replied with an icy smile. And I will. That night, Sophia left with nothing but the clothes on her back. The next morning, I changed the locks and had her things delivered to her parents' home. She called. She texted. She even came to my office. I ignored her all. The divorce was finalized within months. She walked away with far less than she ever imagined. As for Adrian, his downfall was swift. True to her word, Amal sent the documents to his company. He was fired almost immediately. The affair became the talk of their social circle. Amal filed for divorce not long after. Word eventually reached me that Adrian was living in a shabby apartment, a far cry from the luxury he once flaunted. Amal and I stayed in touch, offering each other support as we pieced our lives back together. In time, we both found a strange peace in knowing we had taken charge of something that could have shattered us. Betrayal might wound you, but it also reveals your strength. Sometimes, the most powerful revenge isn't just exposing the truth. It's making sure those who hurt you never forget the price they paid. Because in the end, justice isn't about what you've lost, it's about what you reclaim when you rise back up.